I went to grab my teaware and I was right on time for the countdown to end when I got back. Hello, how's everyone doing? I'm feeling pretty good today, in case you can't tell. I went on a morning run and it made me feel like such a normie, like a healthy, well-adjusted, normal human being, that I am a little bit still riding the high. Hello, how's everyone doing? Karma, you're good? I'm good. I'm very good. Dying Umbrella's here to study Chengyu. Welcome. Allison, welcome. Curves, welcome. Aurora, Lucy, Saturn, Triple Tauruses, Mr. Chen, Bamboo. And I think I saw 3 earlier. Yes, welcome everybody. And the off 11037, the Uma Musume morning run. That's correct. I run, and in my final sprint, I think about rice shower. When I sprint, I think bakshin. Your cardio was shot. Yeah, I actually started running more. I've been like slowly but surely building up my running capabilities. I'm not a natural born runner. I'm a really piss poor runner. Actually, I don't have the genetics for it, but it's definitely a skill you can build. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. I might be really bad, but I'll just do it a lot and hope I get better. And I did get marginally better over many years of doing it bit by bit. But recently I started doing it a lot more frequently because I had really bad sinus issues develop in November last year, which is odd. It was like I had really severe allergies, but I don't usually get seasonal allergies in the fall. That's a spring thing for me. And I was like, why is it this bad? And then my friend was like, I had the same problem and I regret to inform you that the solution was exercise. And I was like, fuck you. But then I started running more regularly, and honestly, yeah, it did largely resolve my sinus issues. So I hate to be the bringer of bad news, but if you are like me and you have what appear to be chronic sinus issues and you haven't tried regular exercise as an antidote, I regret to inform you, you may want to consider exercising. Paul! I went on a run too. It was nice, even though it was humid. Oh, is it humid where you are, F? Honestly, respect for you running even while it's humid. I don't think I have it in me. Like, when I was living in Shanghai, every time I think back to what summers were like there, God, I don't think, I mean, I guess I would just go to a gym instead, but treadmill running is really not the same as outdoors running. And running in a sauna does not sound fun. Not at all. Average K-Vi enjoyer, long time no see, welcome. Good to have you back. Very yin energy. Still got some sinus issues though. Legit got it last year around November. Oh my God, there's something going around, isn't there? I was like, it's weird because it's not an infection, because you can tell when you have a sinus infection, your snot's really gross looking, and I didn't have gross looking snot. It was like very allergy seeming. Very confusing. I had a bunch of people say the same thing to me about November, but then I also like read a bunch of things about how like pollen and dust and allergies in general are kind of on the rise due to probably some climate change factors that we don't fully understand yet. So that's another thing to consider. But anyway, yeah, me too. My sinus issues are not fully resolved. They're just better. And it's the only thing that's like made it better and more tolerable, but it is persistent. It sure as hell is not going away. I accidentally went up to 2x 10 mins instead of 2x 7.5 because it turns out if you measure in increments of 5 minutes, you will run for 10 minutes instead of 7.5. Gee, I wonder how that happened. I think it's climate change. Yeah. There were like a bunch of science podcasts I follow brought this up, and then I also went and looked up articles after because I was like, could it be that my sinus issues are actually a factor of global warming? And it appears, unfortunately, to be the case. So hard to keep up though. Sleeping more is better. I think all of the above is true. Like the holy trifecta, right? Sleep, hydration, and exercise. Like it sucks that that's what it takes, but yeah, apparently it works. It sucks that it works, but it sure do work. For those of us at least who can do some amount of it, which is also something to be appreciative of, to be fair. Okay, my water is boiled, so I'm gonna have y'all choose a tea out of the month pack for me. Last week before we started, is my webcam unfocused? Oh, it's fixed. Okay, last time, whoa, did it just, okay, we're back. Ashen one. Wait, I was supposed to hydrate? Yes. Hello, Ninjash. Welcome. We were just about to choose the tea, so you guys are right on time. Oh, I guess I can turn on my hand cam so you guys can look at the choices. So, last time we chose... Wakey, wakey. Hello? There it is. Okay. These are the options in my current tea club iteration for the month. Last week we were playing... Was it even last week? I think it was last week. Last week we were playing Dead Take. It was only a few days ago. I feel crazy. Okay. We were playing Dead Take and I had just received this shipment, so I was like, let's choose one. Oh my god, wait. Look at how different the length of my nails are. Because this is guitar fretboard hand and this is whatever the fuck I want hand, because I currently, at least, I don't pluck the strings with my fingers. I use a pick. Anyway, my guitar training arc is healthy, as you can tell. So fucking distracted today. Hello, what were we talking about? We were choosing a tea. Last time we chose this one, which is the traditional Tieguanying. And then on my own, I went and drank this one yesterday, which is, I have another packet of it here. It's the roasted Tieguanying, and I think the interesting part about this one is that they're both the 2025 spring harvests, but one of them is more lightly oxidized, so that's the traditional Tieguanying, and then this one is the roasted Tieguanying. I guess the traditional would be the roasted Tieguanying, the less traditional would be the less oxidized one. I've always been this kind of a Tieguanying drinker, but I like that it's literally the same harvest of tea, they're just prepared in two different ways, and so I was able to immediately, I guess, taste the side-by-side difference, which was fun. But I think my conclusion was definitely that my normal preferences still hold. I like the lightly oxidized ones because they are, to me, more, I like that greenish, almost grassy fragrance, and apparently that's like not a norm in a lot of tea drinking groups. Like, I guess a lot of tea drinkers don't like grassiness in their tea, but I just really enjoy that, so. Anyway, so I think since these two are drunk, I will ask you all to choose between the shuixian. I saw someone saying earlier that it's autumn, so we should get the August one. Karma says it's late August, let's do autumn. So then this shuixian, the 2024 autumn shuixian, it would be almost exactly a year old. I think it's these, so these are the two options we're considering today. This would be the autumn one, and this is the spring. They are both, yeah, so the preparation methods would be the same. They're both 长平水仙, but the harvest seasons are different. So this is another fun side-by-side comparison. It's tea club. I think a huge reason I have been, this sounds kind of cult, but justifying the cost of this tea club, largely it's like these kinds of things where it's a very carefully curated selection where the guy who runs it is like, has been very thoughtful about how he wants us, or the opportunities he wants to open up for us to like compare and contrast teas. And so these are like, these two being different harvests but the same preparation method, and then these two being the same harvest but different preparation methods. I think you really get a really cool comparison sense. I had a pretty good anshi Tieguanying earlier today. Ah, yeah, I guess these are also, yeah, these are both, I mean, yeah, they are, most Tieguanying is anshi. I don't think you can call it Tieguanying if it's not from anshi, right? I'm actually not sure. I don't really know. I guess I've only had anshi Tieguanying. More autumn-like. We're having a heat wave in Germany. I don't feel like, well, there was a tweet the other day that was like, August is autumn in spirit, but summer in temperature. Like, it feels like summer on your skin, but it feels like autumn in your heart. Which I thought was a very cute way to describe it. But let's choose a tea and then get going. It sounds like the only one who's had an opinion so far is Karma. Should we just go with the autumn then? Oh, my leaves taste like leaves. That's what I'm saying. I want my leaves to taste like leaves. Thank God they taste like leaves. I'm so happy they taste like leaves. Why don't people agree with me? I think it's because they like their leaves roasted. Heat advisory, yeah. Most of our heat waves in California come in August as well, I think. I don't feel like it really cools down until like late September. Like it's almost October by the time. Every day is autumn in my heart. That is a very calming way to live life, Karma. Yeah, autumn. All right. We are decided. Thank you for weighing in. Let me pull up the description so we can read it together. Welcome to the tea club, to the 成语茶馆. Okay, where the hell? Here it is. My teapot. Come on, club. These are the August ones. I want the July teas. Okay, so we are drinking this one. Let's see. Fujian province. This was harvested on October 16th in Chongqing's Nanyang Ecological Tea Zone. Oh, it's a tea cake. It's pressed? I didn't realize. Hold on. Really? Wait, does 水仙 usually come pressed? I did not know. What? What? It's a tea cake. I super thought it was loose. Is tea not usually pressed? Well, into a cake? It depends on the type of tea. I didn't know 水仙. I've never had a 水仙 that was pressed. But I don't drink 水仙 that often, so I don't really know. Anyways, this was pressed. It reflects the mellow warmth of lightly roasted autumn leaf. Native 水仙 bushes thrive in fertile soil and frequent mountain mists, giving thick leaves ideal for compression. Okay, so maybe 水仙 is usually compressed, and I just didn't know. Tea cultivation in Chongqing began as early as the Yuan dynasty, flourishing during the Ming and Qing dynasties. In 1910, tea artisan Liu Yongfa, I don't know what characters those are, introduced the 水仙 tea variety from the northern Fujian, and later, around 1920, innovated the now iconic Chongqing 水仙pressed tea cakes. Oh, so they are always pressed. I'm learning. Over generations, this unique tea has developed a distinctive character, a delicate orchid-like fragrance intertwined with the sweet richness of osmanthus, offering a refined and long-lasting aroma. Production follows 8 meticulous steps: picking, withering, cooling, shaking, fixing, rolling, pressing, and baking. During pressing, the leaves are placed in wooden molds, compressed into neat 4-centimeter squares, wrapped in paper, and baked over low charcoal heat. The gentle roast locks in a harmonious balance of floral lift and comforting grain sweetness, carrying through many infusions. All right, that sounds delightful. I'm very excited. So take a good look at the tea cake. I just rinsed off all my teaware, so it's a little bit wet still. Give it a moment. A little wipe. All right. Nice. Let's do it. I guess I didn't need I brought my tea scoop and everything. I was so ready to utilize all of my tools. I think I'm gonna go with the full tea cake. It does feel like a lot, but I'll be steeping it through the rest of the day, even after stream, so I think it'll be worth it. Sometimes I steep into day 2. I feel a little guilty about it. I think you're not supposed to, but I don't think it's because I think it oxidizes or something. Someone said something to me once that was you should not let a tea sit overnight. And then I drank it the next day and I was like, it tastes fine. It's not a big deal. Okay, and then hopefully this is still hot enough. I'm gonna reheat the water just a touch. Bite it. I know, it's like a forbidden biscuit. It does give forbidden biscuit energy. Do you change the water temperature when you do that? I heard you're supposed to. It really depends on what your steeping ethos is. Everybody kind of has a different approach. Because I'm a gongfu cha steeper, I don't actually vary the temperatures very much. I tend to just use really hot water, and I also don't do first rinses, like the xing cha, the awakening tea step. I'm number one, I'm too frugal. It feels wasteful to throw away your first steep. And second of all, I'm lazy / have ADHD, and the temperature regulation thing kind of pisses me off. In my experience, this one actually specifically advises 100 degrees anyway. I just use boiling water. I just prefer to use boiling water, and then you do a super quick, for this one, because it's pressed in a tea cake and it's an oolong, I would probably, first steep would be longer, I don't know, 20 to 30 seconds. This app actually, because I'm in a tea club, has actual advice on duration. So this one says 30 seconds and then 15 seconds and then 10 seconds for the first 3 infusions, depending on how large of a size of a cake you're using. So anyway, It's like vibes based. Tea steeping is very vibes based. It's how you like it. So the key is to steep often enough that you get a sense of how you prefer to do it. So for me personally, I like to do really hot temperatures, really fast steeps. But the definition of fast tends to vary depending on what tea I'm steeping. Yeah. If it needs more time to expand. That's correct. Exactly. Tea cakes and like rolled teas generally need a little more time to open up, to wake up. All right, ready? Oh, I love it when it bubbles. I don't know if you can see the bubbling at all. Maybe not. I could hear it at first. Okay, we'll give it like roughly 30 seconds. Most of my tea is oversteeped and in bags. I want to make loose leaf someday. Yeah. I mean, tea bags are very different in steeping style from loose leaf, right? So that's understandable. You would not even think about it the same way, I think. Probe, hello. Booble. Booble? Eva said, welcome. Is that all the water we're using? Correct, because this is the first steep. That should be good enough. The first steep for an oolong always comes out really light. All right. You can tell the color is like very, very... I want to say qian. How would you say that in English? The color is very... faint. It's quite transparent. Yeah, it just tastes like water right now. The first steep is nothing. Maybe I should dump it. Yeah, that's not worth drinking. I'm gonna dump it. Damn, maybe those Xingcha people are onto something. All right, now we'll do a proper first steep here. Help you guys see a little better. Oops. Tea bits forbidden boba. Yeah, that's another thing. There's a lot of steps that I skip. Like, I don't use a gongdao bei because why would I use a gongdao bei if I'm the only person drinking the tea? So it just goes into like a glass directly. I don't use a tea filter because honestly, I don't mind the tea bits personally. I don't xingcha usually. There's like a lot of things I don't do that probably if I were in like a more formal setting would be frowned upon. And of course I wouldn't skip those steps in a more formal tea drinking setting. But when I'm drinking just like myself alone at home and there's no one else I'm pouring for, it's just me, then like why should I bother with the formalities if they don't bother me, right? Tea bits are extra fiber. I like that, triple Tauruses. F is gonna make some tea themselves. Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. That's what tea time is for. Tea time is for all of us having tea together. And if you're not a tea drinker, get another cozy beverage of your choice. Or heck, some alcohol. I won't stop you. The only reason why I would do all these steps is to have a reason to buy a tea pet. Oh, I do have a tea pet. I guess having a tea pet would encourage me to do more xingcha steps, like washing and rinsing and heating up. All right, you can tell that the color is noticeably darker. I wonder actually if I've oversteeped it a little. Because I don't use a timer, I'm very like vibes based. Maybe slightly oversteeped. No, that's perfect. I like it. I like it a little stronger. Okay, cool. Our tea is ready. Let's flip to. Should we open with the thumbnail 成语 this time? 看一下哦，叫什么呢？放虎归山是吧？放虎归山。哦，就这里。Yeah, I really like the emoji system. It really helps me remember what the words are in the 成语. I don't know if you guys have noticed my emoji system, but I like it. The vibes say the tea is ready. That's exactly how I think about it. Making matcha while watching my stream, hell yeah. Hope the whisking action is good today. All right, shall we begin with the first one? Is everyone ready? I think we're all set. Cool. Okay. So the quick explainer says 把老虎放回山林比喻放走敌人留下后患 What is 后患 Hold up. So the rest of the sentence reads, literally it's to return the tiger to the mountain forest. And it means to let go of your enemy and leave behind, and then I don't know what 后患 is. So let me pull up our Plico dictionary. Plico? 后患 Future trouble. 根除后患 would mean to dig up the root of or to remove the cause of future trouble. Okay. Where's my pencil? Oh. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Wait, what are we eeny, meeny, miny, mowing? Oh, catching a tiger by the toe. Okay, that took me a moment. Okay, 后患 means future trouble. Cool. Did not know that. Learned a new phrase already. 好，准备好了吗？开始读喽。春秋时，秦穆公33年。I'm gonna assume this is just like a time period designation. 秦国赫赫有名的3员大将孟明视，西起术和白乙丙率领军队讨伐郑国。Of course, we're back in military history again. It's inescapable. So, I don't really know what 秦穆... Well, let's see if I search it up, will 秦穆公give me anything? But it's just like, in ancient China, during the... Would it be the Qing dynasty? 秦穆公. Does that actually have a... Uh-huh. Okay. Yup. So, this is a guy. This is Duke Mu of Qing, the first substantial king of Qing, sometimes considered one of the 5 hegemons. The 春秋五霸, the 5 hegemons of the spring and autumn period. Okay. I'm literally gonna write a guy. Duke Mu of Qing. What app am I? This is Pleco. Pleco. The phone reflection. I know. I'm just like... What's up? How many chins can I honestly don't have enough chin fat to make extra chins, but I always want to try, and then I always pull a muscle. 秦国, how would you translate 赫赫? 赫赫有名. 赫赫. 赫赫赫赫. 赫赫. Okay, it means illustrious, very impressive. 3员大将. And then this is like 3 guys. 白乙丙率领军队讨伐郑国. I feel like 讨伐 is like a verb I want to know. 讨伐 to send armed forces. Send forces. And then would 郑国 be like to conquer countries? 郑国. Oh, this is different. Oh, this isn't a verb. This is the name of a country? I think that's more correct. So then... Okay, so then this line would translate as one of my favorite periods of Chinese history. What? 春秋战国时期. This is like every single 成语故事 comes from the 春秋战国时期. Zheng is the country name. Yeah, okay, I'm glad my conclusion was correct. Thank you, Prob. Also, welcome, Prob. Always good to have our Chinese teachers in chat. Okay, let me try to translate. So 春秋时，秦穆公33年，秦国赫赫有名的3员大将。This would be like back in the 春秋, like the spring autumn times, which designates that like warring period. 秦穆公 is Duke Mu of Qin Guo, I guess. So like this guy who was the ruler of a country called Qingguo, in the 33rd year of his reign, their country had an illustrious. That's what the 赫赫 stands for. So 赫赫有名 would be illustrious and famous. They had 3 famous. 大将 would be like generals, commanders, and their names were 孟明视、西起术 and 白乙丙, and they led the military to attack 郑国, which is another country. So that's the first half of this sentence. Someday I'll get a little faster with this. Actually, I feel like we are already going a lot faster than like 2 weeks ago when we first started this. Crazy how improvement comes with practice. Okay, 胜利回师时，在崤山这个地方，今河南陕县东。What? 北京 Idioms, thanks for the raid. Hello. Middle school flashbacks. Welcome, Balthazar. Mandarin for one specific class is crazy. Welcome, Idioms. Did you have a good stream? Thank you for bringing your chat here. It's good to have y'all. I don't know if I have Probe is modded. Probe, could you help me with a shout out, please? So I don't have to drag my keyboard out. Thank you. One of the things I really like about the spring and autumn periods is that everyone gets a super sick name. Do we not name our babies in China like this anymore? Do they not get super sick names anymore? Okay. This sentence is this whole thing is one sentence. I'm gonna kill them. All right. So 胜利回师时, when they returned in triumph, 在崤山这个地方, they were at a place called 崤山, 今河南陕县东. What does that mean? 河南 would be a place. 陕县东. What is the jing doing here? Does that have meanings I don't know? Oh, modern. I see. Okay, so they were at a place called Xiaoshan, which nowadays is in Henan. And then I guess Shanxian is another a place. I forgot what Xian is. We looked it up before. Xian is a county. So in the Shan County, I guess Dong would be like Dongbu, so the east side of this area. Not as sick as a name like Bai Yiping. Had a lot of fun and made good progress with. Oh, you're playing P5, right? I'm glad you made good progress. That's such a long game. I'm so impressed with people who stream Persona games because I feel like they're just so long. That name was sick. It was. I guess you can't name your kids things like that anymore or they'll get made fun of at school, huh? Okay, well, so anyway, they're just telling us where Xiaoshan is nowadays in modern day China. And then 被禁军师 被禁军师 I guess this is how it breaks up. Is Jing like another name of a general or a country? 先整设计埋伏. Okay, I'm gonna look up all of these words. 整 What is the 整 here? 整 车字旁在哪里呢？哦，整 我是错过了还是什么？手写吧。Okay, hold on. Wait, how do I? Oh, here it is. 找到了，准。It's an archaic word, so that's why maybe we don't use it anymore. This is the... What? I need to put this on do not disturb. 1 second. Focus. Do not disturb. Okay. None of these seem right. It's the crossboard at the rear of a carriage, or the last of 28 constellations, or sorrowful or distressed. I looked up the Wikipedia for Bai Yi Bing. So apparently this dude is Xin Bai Zi Yi Ming Bing, and he is also supposedly the ancestor of all Chinese persons whose name is Bai. Wait, this is like the Jiang Ziya situation where he's the ancestor of all people in China whose last name is Jiang. The original Bai is crazy. You still have P3 and P4. Oh my god, you got a long backlog ahead of you. Military is love, military is life. That too reminds me of Latin class. The Greek students were doing myths and we were doing battles. Latin class also had a lot of battles. Oh, that makes sense. I was about to say it's so far back, I can't believe they still have it documented, but that's like true of China also. Yes, something like that. Okay. Adventures Live, welcome. I'm glad you like it. Good to have you. What does this mean? 先整. Is it 整设? 整 or 设? I feel like 设计, it doesn't make any... I don't think I'm breaking this down incorrectly. This is like 先 as in first, 整 as in... I don't know what that means. And then 设计 is like... okay, let me just put 埋伏 in keyboard. 埋伏. 埋伏 is to ambush. So what the heck does the 整 mean in this case? Like, huh? And it's so archaic, it doesn't even show up in the search. I have to handwrite it. I think it's a dude's name. 先整 is a guy. How am I supposed to know that? So it doesn't break into two separate words, it's one word? As in like, 军师, he is the 军师 of 禁军. How are you supposed to know it divides like that? Can we add spaces in Chinese? Can we do that? My life would be much easier. 先整 the guy? He is a Wikipedia, so yes. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna point an arrow towards the 军师. Spaces are for the weak. I hate that. I have a friend who's Japanese who always says, she's like, we wouldn't need kanji if we just added spaces to Japanese. She's like, we could just use hiragana and katakana for everything if we just added spaces to the language. I was like, oh man, we don't even... First of all, I don't think pinging would suffice in Chinese. If we like only use pinging and added spaces, I don't think it would work. Because the characters just hold too much. But I think even with the characters, I need spaces. Because otherwise, how would you know how the sentence breaks down? I don't have the yugan for that, like, at all. Okay, anyway. 被禁军军师先整设计埋伏 is how it breaks down.埋伏 I keep using the wrong tone. 兵败被俘. What does the 俘 here mean? 俘 capture. Taking capture. Oh, taking prisoner. Wait, we learned this in a previous chapter. Okay. I'll just write capture. Okay, so the translation of the latter half of this sentence. This is what I was saying. Their names are sick. Yeah, I know. They're so sick, I don't recognize them as names. What the hell kind of a name is Xianzhen? I'll kill you. I can't kill you. You're already dead. I'll kill you again. Okay, so when they returned in triumph at Xiaoshan, which is near Henan, Shanxiandong, nowadays, at this mountain, the Jing Junshi, so the opposing military strategist, I think Junshi would be a strategist. His name is Xianzhen, and he planned an ambush, and then even though they were returning in triumph, they were taken captive. Guys. Oh my god. Curbs, I'll kill you got auto-modded. That's the hard part about East Asian languages. I love spaces. Nezumi, I strongly relate. Lots of military history. That makes sense, F, for Latin. Why did Probe time out Curbs for the I'll kill you? Was that an accident? Adelium, I know, right? This is me trying to get back to my Chinese studies. This is exactly what we're witnessing here. Okay. Jin Gong. So we've established that Jing is. So let me just double check. It's the name of a nation or what? Jing. It's the Jin dynasties. Okay, so it's also like a nation / dynasty. Dynasty? And so similarly, I think that serves the purpose of the word of a dynasty name over there. So it's a proper noun. And then xiang gong. Unless Jing Xianggong is a whole ass name. Well, let's look up just the Xiang. It's such a complicated character. Could it be just a name? Modding is hard on a phone, no worries. I pressed their name and pressed the timeout button by accident, so it was. Oh yes, this is Pleco Dictionary. Curbs, I'm so sorry. I don't know how to undo a timeout. How do I... Oh no, I made it worse. I tried to undo it and I made it worse. Curbs, I'm so sorry. How do I fix this? Hold on. How do I... Okay, maybe if I open moderator view. This is so fucking funny. Literally, I don't know. There's no like moderation actions. I think, do I have to go on my like normal Twitch? This is so annoying. Twitch moderation tools are like, they're good, but they're like weirdly hard to access unless you're in a very specific mod view. Okay, I see them. This is so annoying. Okay. How do I... Activity feed? Active mods? Reward requests? Unban? I don't know. I don't know how to undo. You can do untimeout. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, thank you. Oh my god, how many eyes do you have in your fucking name, Curves? I'll just copy paste it. Curves is not currently timed out from this channel? What? Oh, because Pro beat me to it. Oh my god, Flaming Balls on Ice. What a username. Welcome. Wait, I want to see what your Chinese full, what does that say? 在毛毛里带毛毛的. Oh, 在毛毛里带毛毛的猫猫. That's so cute. What a cute name. Oh my god. Can I just call you Momo? That's adorable. We solved it, guys. We did it. Now Ying's accidentally timed out again. I'm sure it'll all work out. Okay. Sorry, I like shook the camera quite a lot then. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna call you 猫猫。叫你毛毛，毛毛，叫你茂茂，叫你猫猫，好像都对的。好可爱的名字。Okay. And then Probe was saying that earlier I literally had pulled up like 晋襄公现在又没有了怎么办？有吗？哎，烦死了。Okay, let me just 然后，哎呀，襄这个字也太难写了，特别是用手。襄公没有啊。好，那么三个字放在一起 ，if we put them together, it's the Jin Dynasty. What? Is this a name? So these are both proper nouns? And then gong just means like official? So Probe 我搜啦，明显没有啊。Duke Xiang of Jing. So it's like this one. So Qin Mu Gong is Duke Mu of Qin, and then Jin Xiang Gong is Duke Xiang of Jin. Sometimes I fucking hate Chinese. Jasmine, welcome to chat. Have you tried throwing the name at Google? You're right. Okay. Duke Xiang of Jin. Oh, my head hurts and we're not even like one full page in. Bruno's like, someone clip this. What is the purpose? What is the value of this clip? It's not funny. It's just me fucking malding. You enjoy watching me mauled that much? Who was it who came in last stream and was like, oh, thank God, someone who's even worse at Chinese than I am. Felt very attacked. Okay, I think my camera's like kind of overexposed. Let me fix it real quick. I think it's better. Cool. Moldy, it was you, Moldy. Welcome back. People just need to feel the pain. Come on, you got 4 hours of this. No, I don't want to do this for 4 hours. 我不要. Remember when I was like, oh yeah, our Chinese 成语 studies the 成语茶馆. The 成语茶馆 is a very calming, peaceful, studious stream format, and I'm sitting here going like, 我不要. No. We're here to sip tea and learn Chinese idioms and 春秋战国时期 history together. This is a very calming, studious space. We will use our indoor voices, and I will not be screaming, 我不要! Okay. 哎呀! 跑哪里去了？找到了。Okay. 晋襄公准备把这3员大将献于太庙施行，以表战功。什么意思？我不懂。来，教你们一句啊！跟着我学中文的一些同学 I have a Chinese phrase to teach my fellow Chinese beginner learners. Okay? Are you ready? It is 气死我也 which means I'm motherfucking pissed off. But with like an archaic Chinese tone, so it denotes a certain amount of style and scholarliness. 气死我也. Repeat after me. 气死我也. All right, remember that one. Lo, I art miffed is a very good translation, Karma. Fun with Chinese idioms, but it's me just screaming. Yeah. Anyway, I just smacked the book so hard it like wrinkled the page. I'm so fucking mad. What does it mean? 晋襄公准备把这3员大将献于 献 would be like to like bequeath, to gift. How would you translate 献? 献我不想手写了，打字献献 to present, there it is. Present. 献于太庙 is what? 太庙. The imperial ancestral temple in Beijing. Oh man, that won't even fit in this line. Imperial ancestral temple, Beijing. 气死我也. I'll use that the next time I'm all, yeah. Yup, y'all got me. Thank you for taking the lesson to heart. It's got to be more than just tea in that cup. Yeah, it's crack. Adventures, that is the correct yeah. Yeah, do you want me to type it out for you? I can type it out for you. Hold on. 来，大家来学中文啊。等会儿，为什么我的有了？哎，不对，哎 ，It's not letting me change my keyboard to Chinese. My keyboard is broken. Oh yeah. It's like, oh yeah. Cause someone else with a functional Chinese keyboard type it for me. Yo sounds like I clipped it. 气死我也. Oh, you got me. Momo got me. Thank you, Momo. Everybody say thank you, Momo. Okay. So, 施行. That's the next thing to look up. 施行. 这个难道不是词语吗？施，这里有找到。That's like a, is that like a 成语？施行。Oh, to administer. 哦。哦，行错了，字母错了，我手写吧。I'm so sad. 施行。我的中文非常不好，我不会说中文。是个人呐！哦，不是人。Perform torture, but that's not. Why isn't it? My dictionary doesn't have it. Why is that? Why is that performing torture? 为什么？百度百科，帮忙！ You all, thank you for the primary sub. Happy 22 months. Is to inflict. 有多个读音和翻译。解译。施行，或者是使行。 但是是什么意思呢？百度百科，你为什么解译给我？拜托，拜托。哦，行刑。刑 is a punishment. Oh, probes got me. Okay, so, okay, we're getting somewhere. So this is, the 施 is to enact, basically, or inflict, as probe translated it, and then 刑 is like, it's a punishment or torture. You could use little paper tabs. Oh, I could. I don't want to. 起司我耶，忘记。That hurt my brain even to read out loud. Okay, so let me translate this one sentence that I fucking died over. Duke Xiang of Jing prepared to present these 3 generals that he has captive to the Imperial Ancestral Temple in Beijing to inflict, to torture them, basically, and to assert victory, basically. I'm so helpful. Moldy, as long as you're having a good time. Okay. And then 晋襄公的后母文嬴本是秦国人 is 后母 like mother? Just mother? Or what is 后母 in this case? Is it like stepmother? Hold on. Keyboard. 后母. Yeah, stepmother. Mother knows best. Mother knows best. Oh, I am confused. Thank you for the tip. I appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day. What are you thanking me for? Okay. Mother knows best. Listen to your mumsy. 晋襄公的后母文嬴. Bro, what a banger ass name. Is that her name? 文嬴. 本是秦国人. So his stepmother used to be a citizen of Qing, which is the nation they just like defeated and then captured 3 generals from. 听说娘家秦国的大将被俘将要被杀，心中不忍，于是便劝襄公说okay, so she heard that the generals of her former nation were captured and about to be murdered, and she couldn't hold back, and so she went to convince Xiang Gong, her stepson, and the ruler of Jing Guo. So, 秦晋两国世代婚姻 oops, can you guys see? 秦晋两国世代婚姻来往密切，交情不薄。我看不如放他们回去，按照秦国的法律，兵败是要被处死的。Okay, so she says, our 2 nations, Qin and Jing, our 2 nations have 世代婚姻. Would that be like we have like marriages through the ages or something like that? I don't think this is something I can look up. Okay, maybe I can look up 世代, because I don't really know how that translates. Yeah, for generations. So I was right, for generations. Maybe it's a little oversteep, not too bad. All right, congrats, F. You and me both. Jay, your auntie? I hope your auntie's very cool. I mean, she has to be if I remind you of her. Okay. 世代婚姻，来往密切. So we like have like intermarriages through the generations. We have close relations and yeah, basically just like we have relationships going all the way back. So I think, why don't we let them go back? Because following the Qing nation's laws, if you lose in battle, you get executed. That's crazy. So, damn, why would anyone want to be a military general? Okay. So then she's like, I didn't read this yet. 让秦国去处死他们，我们还能落个人情，岂不是两全其美吗？ So she's like, let them go back and let their own country, 秦国, execute them. And we can have some, last stream I think we translated 人情 as humanity. So we can still have, like, leave some humanity. And isn't that, 两全其美 would be like two birds with one stone. And then 相公, winning is not optional. It is truly not. Losing is a death sentence. Either you get captured and killed, or you get sent back to your country that you lost a battle for, and they kill you. 相公考虑了半晌，觉得还是很有道理的。另外，又看在母亲的面子上，也不好反驳。So, 相公 thought about this. What is 半晌? Like, I assume it's like for a while, but I feel like 半晌is more specific than that. 半晌. Oh, half the day. It's a dialect saying? I don't know what dialect, it doesn't say. Half a day. Half a moment. So he thought about it for half a day, and he felt like it was very reasonable. 很有道理 is very reasonable. 另外, and also, 又看在母亲的面子上, so for the sake of his mother's, I guess for the sake of his mother, yeah. For the sake of his mother, 不好反驳 it was like hard to argue against. 于是便答应了，当即就把孟明视等三人放了。So he agreed and immediately let go of the three of them. Oh, I can kind of see where this is going. Can you guys see where this is going? Remember what 成语故事 we're on? This is 放虎归山. And it's about sowing the seeds of chaos. Letting your enemy go to sow chaos. Okay, understood. I see where this is going. Is the moral of this story to murder all of your enemies? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I want that to be our key takeaway today. 军师先轸正在家里吃饭. Oh, right, 先轸 was one of the people from Jing. Okay, 先轸 is the same guy from before. Let it go, let it go. The stepmom exactly probe. 军师先轸正在家里吃饭，一听到这个消息，气得就把刚吃进嘴里的饭给吐了出来。So, the guy who captured these three people that just got let go, he was at home having a meal. And the moment he heard about this news, 一听到这个消息，气得就把刚吃进嘴里的饭给吐了出来。So, he was so mad, he spit out the food that was in his mouth. He spit it out. 立刻去见晋襄公. So he went to their ruler, Duke Xiang of 晋国. 他怒气冲冲地问道. So he angrily asked, 秦国的三名囚犯现在在哪里? He angrily asked, where are the three prisoners from 秦国 right now. And 襄公 responded, 襄公回答说，母亲请求我放他们3人回国，让秦国自己处死他们，我已经把他们放走了。So the Duke responded, my mom asked me to release the 3 of them to return to their nation and let their nation execute them. So I have already let them go. And then 先轸听后怒不可遏，呸的一声吐了襄公一脸口水。So is it okay to teach kids these kinds of moral? I don't know, man. Okay, anyways. So 先轸 heard this, and then how would you translate 怒不可遏? Bro is just really mad. But let me see if there's a more elegant translation for 怒不可遏. 怒不可遏. He was beside himself with anger. Beside himself with anger. Probe's like, hawk toi. That's exactly what happened. Lo, I art miffed still. The moral of the story is have no mercy. Yeah. Okay, so 先轸 heard this and he was beside himself with anger. And so he goes, pee! And the pee is the onomatopoeia for him like spitting literally in his king's face. Okay, he spits in the face of his boss. He spits in 襄公's face. 一脸口水 like a face full of spit. 大声怒喝，你这小子竟然糊涂到这种地步。So he's like, you stupid bitch. You tiny dumbass. I can't believe you are 糊涂. You're confused to this extent. 到这种地步 is like to this extent. 我们三军将士费了好大的力气 So 将士我们三军将士费了好大的力气 So we 3 strategists, generals, however you want to translate it, like the 3 military commanders of your military, we put in so much effort. 好不容易才把他们3人擒获 should look that up, but it was like we like with a lot of difficulty finally captured these 3 people. 你竟然因为一个妇人的2-3句话就把他们放了 so you like despite our efforts you actually because of like this how would you translate 妇人 this woman's like 2 or 3 sentences you actually let them go 这就好比放虎归山呐 So he's title dropping here. He's like, this is like 放虎归山, which is the phrase we're learning. So let me look up some of the words in the sentence. I think we should all learn from 先轸 for his attitude towards it. Yeah, we should all spit in our bosses' faces. This is making me miss Chinese classes. That is a very strong statement, Raiden. Okay. I'm going to do the stretch in a moment, Carmen. Let's finish this paragraph first. Thank you for the redeem. 先搜一下擒获 capture. So many different words for capture. And then this one is 妇人 a married woman. So I wasn't that far off. All right. 将来等你后悔的时候就太晚了 So the full translation of his rant, okay? He goes, pee, spits in his boss's face, and then he goes, your 3 generals and I, we worked so fucking hard to capture these 3 military generals. And then you, because of like 2 or 3 sentences from a married woman, you let them go. That's like releasing a tiger into the mountains. In the future, when you regret it, it'll be too late. That's the full translation of his little rant. And now we're going to do a stretch redeem. let's do a little like washing machine twists. I already did my morning run today like a fucking normie, and I even did yoga after. I'm going full white girl, guys. I'm becoming one of them. Yeah, let's touch our toes. Let's stand up, reach for the ceiling, and touch your toes. Woo! I like it. Actually, as I stood up, I realized I need to go piss, girl. So give me a moment. I'm gonna be right back. The cool cow does in fact keep you company. I need a snack. Guys, let's do it. Let's open the dark chocolate sardines that my friend sent me. Oh, this is so exciting. Hold on. We should steep more tea for it too. Oh my gosh, Probe is here in the flesh. I literally remember seeing your name in the Duolingo vid from a bajillion. I can't believe you remember that, Butter. That's insane. That's actually crazy. Chocolate sardines, I know, right? Doesn't it make you curious? What could it mean? I expect this to be gross, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna steep the tea first and then we'll get to the sardines once the water heats up. I actually think it might not be as gross as you think it is. What is that? Oh, Skyless, I just saw you in YouTube chat. Hello. I loved your Duolingo vids a little too much. Does the girl still not want his banana? Yo, what is it? ¿Tú quieres un banana? Alright. I think this should be a fairly quick steep. We are on steep number 3 now. Some tea to go with the dark chocolate sardines. Alright. Here's the color of steep number 3. It's got a lot of particles in it, but it's okay. Yeah, Butter, your memory's too good. You were the beautiful human to torture Ying's mind with those tests. You guys like watching me get tortured that much? Is that what you guys are here for today? You're here to watch me get tortured by the 7分钟成语故事. Okay, fine. Y'all do that. Someday I'll get really good at Chinese. Even as I said that, I couldn't even keep a straight face. It's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna get there. But it's okay. It's okay. I am okay with just becoming mediocre at Chinese too. All right. You guys ready for the dark chocolate sardines taste test? They're from Maine. My friend sent me these. She actually lives out in Boston, so. Ow. Okay. Do you think there are actual sardines in them? Or are they just sardine-shaped chocolates? I think I would actually be like kind of disappointed if they were just chocolate. But I don't feel like there's fish in them. Okay, well, let's find out. No. It's just chocolate. They're cute though. I was so looking forward to like chocolate covered sardines. Boo. No, that's actually really good. The chocolate is really good. It's got like a good snap to it. That's good. This is such a bizarre scam. Correct. I know we got baited. Who's the real fish? When we're the one that got baited. We were the fish all along. All that for 4 pieces of chocolate. I know, right? It's cute though. I kind of want to keep the label. You think I can take it off? Maybe. Oh! Oh! No! I don't know. I don't know if I have it in me. I just dropped the chocolate. Denied a chance for self-torture. I don't think it's torture. I think it would have tasted pretty good. I think dark chocolate covered sardines would probably hit better than you think it would. I don't know if there's a way to rescue this label, guys. Oh! Okay, it's too late for me. I did my best. What if next cooking stream is making chocolate covered sardines? I'll kill you. But no, but like imagine, right? Like dried sardines dipped in chocolate. I don't think that would be as like it probably isn't delicious, but I don't think it would be horrible. You're killing me, honestly. What an honor. Use acetone nail polish remover. If you have it, it will come off easier. I think that would also destroy the label though, wouldn't it? Or I guess if you like creep it on the edge of the label, that might work. I'll try that next time. Have you played Love in Deep Space? No. I've played Tears of Themis. I still play Tears of Themis. I actually recently went back. I renewed my monthly card. That's how serious I am. I literally renewed it yesterday. I came back for the Marius event they were running this year. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. Severus, what's up? I agree. Salt and chocolate goes well together. I think their fishiness would be questionable. Yeah, I don't know that like chocolate and fishiness will mesh, but I would be willing to try. But I think I would only do it with dried sardines, which I don't know if do those exist? I guess I could get another kind of a dried fish, like, you know, the Chinese kind you can get at like Chinese supermarkets. I could get Chinese dried fish and then dip it in chocolate. I think that could be fun. I think we should try it. BTS was telling people to try out hangul, I can't read, which is a fish-shaped bread, but he said it's a fish bread, but not fish bread, ain't no fish inside. It's really cute. Only if you drench the label, not if you use it around the edges. Oh, wouldn't that ruin the label? I guess you just let it dry after. But then the colors would bleed, right? I want to play Lads, but I'm not able to divorce the horniness from the story. Yeah, Lads looks fun, but for me, it's just a little bit, that like 3D vibe it's not, maybe I'm just too 2D pilled, you know what I mean? Like the 3D is really uncanny valley for me. Like I absolutely see why people love Lads, and like power to y'all. I'm glad you guys are enjoying yourselves. I don't think it's for me. I don't think it's my style. But my friends are really, really into Lads, so I'm happy for them. I'm like, it's like my in-law fandom. You know what I mean? Like we all have in-law fandoms where like our friends are really into certain fandoms that we're not part of, but we're like cheering for them from the sidelines. That's me and Love in Deep Space. I watch my friends having fun out there and I'm like, I'm happy for you, children. I really want to get back to it, but also can't handle the daily grind. Yeah, I think the thing about Tears of Themis dailies is that they take like 5 minutes. Like it's so fast. which is the only reason I was able to go back to it. And also, I avoided Tears of Themis for the past 2 years because the writing quality went to shit. Or like they had really good writing, but it was gated behind like cards you had to roll for, and like the main story has always been good, but like event stories were really ass, and I just could not. And then the cards were also kind of hit or miss for a while. I couldn't do it anymore. I was just like, the only reason I'm here is for the writing. If the writing is not good, I can't be here. So I quit Tears of Themis for 2 years. And then I would like periodically go back just to like see if it got a little better. And once in a while they would like bait me into thinking it was going to get better. And I would like stick around for a month, and then it would be bad again. And then I'd be like, fuck you. So this time I might be getting baited again, but we'll see. So far it seems good. Use a Q-tip that will be wet enough not to destroy the label. Maybe be somewhat wet, but just let the label dry. Okay, I'll give it a shot next time, Jasmine. Thank you for the tip. Okay, shall we finish the story? I think we're close to the ending. About a page left. So, 先整一番话，点醒了晋襄公，马上派人去追孟明视等3个人。可是哪里还能追得到呢？ Okay, so after Xianzhen said, like, you dipshit, how could you let these guys go? Are you stupid? Jin Xianggong was like, he literally, like, 点醒了 would literally translate as, like, he woke up. So, Jin Xianggong got woke and then immediately sent people to go chase down the 3 generals that he just released. But 哪里还能追到呢? So like how would it, but unfortunately, like how would it be possible to chase down these people? 孟明视等3人逃回本国后，秦穆公却丝毫未责。What does that mean? 责备，却丝毫未责备他们。How does this sentence break down? Well, like, 责备 is obviously, I think, right, a unit. 秦穆公 is like the guy we talked about in the beginning. Is 丝毫 a word? 丝毫. 丝毫 is like the tiniest degree, a shred, tiny sliver. Tiny bit. In which case, 未 would mean like didn't, like a negative, like a not. 丝毫未责备 did not blame them at all. Yeah, probe, exactly. So 秦穆公却丝毫未责备他们. Okay. Now it's making sense in my head. So when the 3 generals got back to their home country, their ruler didn't blame them even a tiny bit. 人和以前一样信任他们，叫他们掌握兵权. So he continued to, just like before, to believe in them and trust them, and like told them to, I guess, 掌握兵权 is like get a handle on the military. And then 3年后，还是孟明视这3人率领军队打败了晋国. So 3 years later, it was like the same 3 people that got let go. They like commanded a military troop and defeated 晋国, the other nation. 一洗前耻. Never heard of this. Is this another 4-word saying? Is it 一洗? Is the whole thing 一洗前耻? 有这个说法吗？哦，不是吗？不是4个字吗？一洗 Is it not? Am I 前耻 Why these are all getting defined as separate words? What does that mean? 一洗前耻 brush off their former shame. Oh, 一洗, well, the 一 is like modifying all three of these words, and then the 洗 is like to wash away. 前 is their previous, and 耻 is, as it's translated here, it's their shame, their disgrace. So I would translate this as like, in one stroke they washed away their former shame. Yeah, I think that makes sense. But I guess, is it not like an actual commonly used saying then? In one stroke, washed away, or cleansed their former shame. Their previous shame. There we go. Yeah. You can steam labels off too, right? If I just saw that, sorry. Yes. I've seen that done. I tried it once. It didn't work. And then I was like, I'm never doing that again. No, I should try again. 秦国也在这之后成为西方的霸主. Okay, so the conclusion is basically like, yeah, 3 years later, these generals like took over Jingguo, and then they like ended up becoming the western side's like main rulers. Do you have that in the dictionary? 一雪前耻. People also use, oh, that might be in the dictionary. Let's see. 一雪前, oh, 没有. 雪 like snow. 这样? Is that right? Medical advice. Strokes may take away your shame. All kinds of strokes. Different strokes for different folks. I just had it. What do you mean? What do you mean I just had it? Your last character was wrong. Oh! Oh, you're right. 知 耻 Oh, it's 耻 打错了 耻 哎呀 耻 一雪前耻 To wipe away a humiliation. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make a note here. Maybe more common is 一 oh yeah 写错了 一雪前耻 Why is my handwriting so ass? It's literally that one. Okay, wipe away humiliation. Okay, cool. Strokes don't take away my shame in golf. Yeah, in fact, the more strokes, the more shame in golf, isn't it? 嗨呀好，回屋。对于敌人要狠狠的打击，彻底的消灭。Okay, yup. The moral of this story, according to this book, is you have to completely obliterate your enemies. I really do not agree with the moral of this story, but I also understand what they're trying to say. 雪耻 is a common word for wiping away humiliation. Oh, okay. Let me write that down. More common. 雪耻 Cool. Wipe them out. You know, for kids. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. Okay. Yeah, you gotta quote Poseidon once in a while. You're so right. You're so right. That's literally the same story. Oh my god, it's the same story. Yeah. You kill the Cyclops, you don't blind it, and then leave it to suffer. Okay. There is a 例句鸿门宴上 What the fuck? Is it 鸿门宴上项羽放走刘邦? Is that how that breaks down? Liu Bang is a name I know. Even I know Liu Bang. Remember, class, destroy your enemies. No mercy. Why is he getting in trouble? Yeah, I don't know if these are the kinds of morals of stories we want to be teaching our 后代, our future generations. Yeah, because what the Cyclops stories teaches you is an additional aspect of like what is true mercy? Like, is it really merciful to not have killed the Cyclops in this case if you're leaving it blinded and suffering? Versus in this case, well, is it the same question? Like, is it mercy to not execute your political enemies and to let their own nation kill them? I guess that's fair. I guess it is kind of the same. Where 项羽. Oh, 项羽is a guy. Liu Bang is a guy. We know that. But let him go eventually. Yeah. The 鸿门宴. Is it 鸿门宴上 or 鸿门宴上? What is 鸿门? What is the yin they're having? Yin as in like a yin hui. Like a what? Let's see if there's historical context here in the dictionary. 鸿门. Yeah, 错了. 鸿门. I can't type. 鸿门宴. The 鸿门 feast. Oh, okay. So it's like okay, so 鸿门宴. This was a feast contrived as a trap by 项羽. Feast contrived as a trap. It's like a story, basically. Okay, famous historical banquet. Here we go. The Chinese equivalent of the Last Supper. Damn, okay. So, 鸿门宴上项羽放走刘邦实在是放虎归山呐. I hate it when their 例句, when their sample sentence is like just as archaic and antiquated as like the story that the phrasing comes from. Like, I wish we could get like a modern colloquial use of the word. 来，我们自己造句呗。放虎归山，想一想哦。When's the last time I wounded a cyclops in the eye and then left them to not die? Have I ever shown mercy to an enemy only to have them return and give me hell? I don't think so. It's like if you caught a mosquito and then instead of killing it, you let it go and then it came back to bite you. I think that is a proper 放虎归山 story. That was an impressive owl drawing. If owls were real, I might have even thought it was a photo. Can't have been more than a few weeks. Wait, what? What do you mean, what drawing? What owl drawing? When did I draw an owl? 鸿门宴 is also a 成语，是吗？鸿门宴当成语用的话是怎么用的呢？美国法院没有给特朗普 Is that 判刑？美国法院没有给特朗普判刑，真是放虎归山啊！哦，的确，哎，这个句子组的好，照的好。is it 照我照。Oh, Fluga, what's up? What is this one? 百度一下。Oh, sorry. I should translate Probe's sample sentence. So Probe wrote, the American judicial system not convicting Trump, but they did. They did convict him. But the American judicial system not convicting Trump is 放虎归山. That's what they're saying. Okay. 这个是波涛汹涌汹涌波涛汹涌 I think it's 涌判刑 sentencing. Oh, not convicting but sentencing. Please remind say so in chat. Is this not say so? Is it about boobas? Is this about boobas? Oh, I think it is about boobas. I guessed based on the 凶 word. I'm gonna read this. It's so funny because the Baidu article starts with 他从小就是个混蛋. Oh, the original one is 波涛汹涌. I see. There's an actual saying that this is like a pun of. Okay. Yeah, 不把成语. 波涛汹涌. Oh. They only convicted him of a tiny portion of what he should have been convicted. Yeah, it's true. But they did technically a conviction happened, which is just me being pedantic. But Moldy's like, I'm not here for say so. All right. God, how long did that take us? I feel like I was stuck on that one for a while. Oh my God, it's been an hour and a half. Okay, well, that was the thumbnail of the stream. I could technically end here and I would have fulfilled the promise of the thumbnail. This ain't clickbait. What should we do next? I actually used to use this one a lot. 废寝忘食. Because it was relevant to the kind of person I was. 奋不顾身. Oh my God, this whole time I thought 身 had a后鼻音to it. I thought it was 生. I thought it was 生. Oh, it is 身体. Oh my God, I'm a dumbass. Okay. Oh! Akui! 母猪爬树. Does that mean what I think it means, Akui? That's so mean. Your mom just says that to you? Well, I guess one could respond with like you telling her about your life, about your attempts and what you're trying to do is 对牛弹琴, right? Is it rude to call your mom a cow? Akui, that's what you have to say. That's what you have to say back. You have to be like, 那我跟你讲我现在想做什么就是对牛弹琴。我怎么说你都不会懂。那我说什么呢？我说干什么呢？浪费时间 you know, like 浪费力气，浪费时间。That was a little rude of me. I apologize. Yeah. 废寝忘食. We could read it. 废寝忘食 is yin with gacha games. I'm not like that anymore. I've broken free. I'm breaking free. 对牛弹琴是的呀。Akui 不熟悉吗？对牛弹琴这个词。It's like literally you're like playing an instrument, like you're playing music for a cow. And all it means is like the cow's not gonna understand your musical ability. Like, You can play music for a cow all you want. They will never appreciate. They will never understand what it is you are doing. That's what the saying means. Yeah. Would this 成语 fit Astyanax, the baby at Troy situation? Like the baby was objectively innocent, but had Odysseus left him alive, he would have ended his family later, according to Zeus. I guess yes. I guess it fits the situation because the baby would count as the enemy. It's just sad that the baby counts as the enemy. But cows like jazz. Funniest possible response to 对牛弹琴 explainer. Akui's sitting here like, I don't understand. Cows enjoy music. That's a very low opinion of cows. Listen, I'm not the one who coined the saying, okay? Don't come at me. Saturn's like, cows love music. Soaring, flying. There's not a what? Something in heaven that we can't reach. What's this one? 奉公守法. 奉 is to 遵从，奉行公事，遵守法纪，形容行为端正，规矩。我才不读呢，无聊。负荆请罪。哦，这个好像有意思，看一下哦。负是背着，荆金条，打人的金杖。哦，背着金杖请求别人责罚，比喻认错赔罪。可以呀，不过又是战国时期的，我有点不想读了。但是都是战国时期的，我怎么办？逃都逃不掉啊！刮目相看。This is a fun one. Which one's a fun one? 很好玩，可以呀，读吧。刚才是哪个？是负荆请罪吗？好吧，那我们就读这个，那就负荆请罪。我累 I'm gonna have some chocolate. I'm so 刚才那个成语故事把我累的，每一次要读战国时期之类的东西，我就真的跟都跟不上，我连哪些字是组着哪些词都搞不懂。没有 probe 在这里的话，或者那个 Moldy， 我们虽然这里 I guess that's true. Our chat has a lot of like Chinese experts, or not experts necessarily, but like, you know, fluent Chinese readers and speakers that can shepherd me along, and I appreciate your help. But if it weren't for you, I'd be so fucking lost. Idiom school musical. What does that mean? The thing their mom says. Oh, Sammy, it's to explain. Oh my god, I did not explain. So Akui came in earlier for the. Also, thank you for the resub. I don't know if I thanked you properly. Akui came in earlier and said, my mom says whatever I attempt to do is 母猪爬树, and I didn't look it up to verify, but it literally translates to, like a pig, or how would you translate 母猪? There must be a specific word for 母猪 actually, but like a female pig climbing a tree. Is the literal translation. So you can imagine what that means. A sow, I think a sow climbing a tree. Yeah, Sid got me. You're only lost if you have a specific destination. That is very motivational karma. These things are written in 白话. Try 文言文, you'll have an aneurysm. Yeah, no. Never. I will never study 文言文. I say that, but I've been studying, I've been finally beginning. I'm only like 一章 in right now. I'm studying Taoist texts. I'm studying fucking, what's the guy's name? 老子 I don't know, I just the 道德经 seems really fun, you know? I just really wanted to learn 道德经. Yeah. Well, my notes are outside right now, but I don't know what over. I was like, I'm gonna buy 3 different 道德经 translations, one of which it turns out Ursula Le Guin Ursula Le Guin has a 道德经 like interpretation. I won't say translation because she doesn't know Chinese, but she's written and published a 道德经 like version, which is crazy. Yeah, I'm literally studying 道德经 right now. I even found a podcast by some old guy who like explains his interpretation of the 道德经. Damn, I haven't read Earthsea yet, actually. I'm currently reading The Dispossessed. It's so good. I'm like 70% through. It's fucking... This is what speculative fiction was made for. I can't believe I waited so long to read Ursula Le Guin, but she's peak. She's so peak. I finally read Margaret Atwood for the first time, and that was also another moment of like, I've been kind of missing out. Although, apparently I read Cat's Eye many years ago and just like forgot. It was in my... I read, obviously you start with Handmaid's Tale when it comes to Atwood, so I read that, and then I was like, what's next? Let me read Cat's Eye. I pulled it up, and it was like, you have read this book before. Like, my audiobook reader was like, you have finished this. And then my Goodreads was like, yeah, you finished this book. And I was like, I don't remember reading Cat's Eye. Anyway, ADHD hits again. I call myself Lao Tzu sometimes. I recently just read the whole 道德经 is too complicated. Yeah, I think the power of the 道德经 though is that a lot of it is because the 原文, the original text is like completely lost to time. Like we will never ever know who Lao Tzu was, what his actual name was, what he actually wrote, and what he actually intended. Like we will never know. And some may argue that it isn't even relevant in modern day. But I think the interesting thing about the 道德经 is that half of it, it's like artwork. It's like interpreting artwork or literature or poetry, where like half of the value of the art lays in your interpretation of it. Like the point of the 道德经 is that we read it and form our own opinions, and project it onto our own lives and interpret it for ourselves. Like it's the goal is not to reach some kind of universal truth. The purpose of the 道德经 is purely what your personal response is to it. So he's not Confucius. No, that's 孔子. That's the other one. But yeah, the original text, that we don't even know the original text. We have old texts that are probably close to the original, but we have no guarantee that it is literally the actual correct official original, right? Some people have like likened him to Homer in that sense. Like we don't know even if Lao Tzu was like one guy. Like it's to that point where we're like, I don't know, like it's so old. But yeah, the work is in the interpretation. Oh, F is dipping. All right, it was almost midnight. Oh, good night. Sleep well. Thanks for hanging out. Hope your kitchen cleaning went great. It's like the English phrase of pigs could fly. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here. I'm sorry your mom is so disrespectful about your endeavors. Bye, F. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, let's do part 2. 负荆请罪。这个有多长啊？3分钟。Has never happened. 哪里来的3分钟? Hello, Twigbite. Welcome to chat. Okay, you've come just in time, Twigbite. We're about to start a new one right now. Doesn't really matter if the original, as long as it inspires the same way. Or not even the same way. As long as it continues to inspire interpretation, and as long as it resonates for you, then there is value, right? Like, that's all there is to it. I think that's very poetic for the 道德经. I think that's why Ursula Le Guin was like, even though I can't speak or read Chinese, I'm going to publish my own interpretations on this work because it's had a major influence on my life and I want to share my meditations on it. I think that's really cool, actually. 3分钟 for the first sentence, baby. Ah, there you go. Your kitchen's sparkling, F. I'm very happy for you. Okay, 开始。又来了，战国时。赵惠文王有2个忠勇爱国，有2个忠勇爱国、才能出众的贤臣。What? Okay, so my guess is Zhao like Zhao Guo then? And then is it Hui Wen Wang together? Because Hui is like 智慧, right? And the Wen is like like I don't know, how do you fucking translate 文man? Like text, like written text, literary. So like the intelligent literary kings. I just don't know if it's like a, hold on, 会，哎呀，打错了，会文王。惠文王, that Zhao Lord name is 惠文. Oh, that makes more sense. Wow! They named him intelligent literature? Okay. Honestly, this feels like a name that would exist in the modern day. Well read. I'm sitting here like intelligent literature, and Karma's like, well read. Allow me to offer a more cohesive translation. Okay, so 赵惠文王. So 赵 ruler named 惠文. 有两个忠勇爱国，忠勇怎么翻译？忠，哎呀，忠勇。 Loyal and brave. Loyal and brave. Imagine being named intelligent literature and then becoming a mathematician. That's literally what happened to me though. My Chinese name is Jing, which is literally silent rain. It's like the most like 优雅成熟淑女的名字, you know, like my parents really were like, we want this baby to grow up to be a reserved, silent, elegant person, feminine, reserved. And then I grew up like this. I heard boiled and brave. Oh, the irony. I know. I was like, I'm neither feminine nor silent. So unfortunate for my parents, but it's so complicated for ancient Chinese people. Sometimes it's their given, sometimes it's their death name. I didn't know death names were a thing. What's a death name, probe? I heard Karma's like, boiled and braised. Are you hungry, Karma? Okay. Anyways, 才能出众的贤臣. What would 贤臣 be? 臣 is like official, right? 贤臣. A worthy official. Worthy official. Okay, so basically, back in the Warring States period, the Zhao ruler, whose name was Hui Wen, had two loyal and brave, like patriotic, intelligent, beyond the norm officials. 一个是相国蔺相如，一个是大将廉颇。Why is a 相国 guy in the 赵王 officials? Is that normal? Is 相国 like under 赵? Hui Wen is a... Oh, you looked it up. What does that say? Oh, posthumous title is how it translates. 谥号是指社会地位相对较高人物死之后，后人按其生平事迹，进行评定后，给予或褒或贬评价的文字。Oh, 相 is a government position. Okay, this is a well. Okay, let me just look it up in the dictionary. What position? 相，哎呀，不是相。Where's the archaic definition? 没有喂。这里没有诶。Oh, thank you for hydrating me. Cheers. I often read posthumous as posthumorous, as if they do things ironically or like a joke. Well, so your view counts. I appreciate that, Gabe's dope. Enjoy your lurk. Okay. 相国令 or is it 相如 which 相 is which 相 do these two 相 mean different things? Is 国令 a word? Let me just look up the 令 这个A surname? So is Lin the name? Lin Xiangru is a guy. Oh my god, the names keep tripping me up. That's the name. And that's the title or the position. Okay. So there were two worthy officials. One held the title or the position of Xiang Guo, I guess. And his name was Lin Xiangru. And then 一个是大将廉颇, so 廉颇 is the guy's name, and his title is 大将 as in general. 这一文一武,一将一相, 名闻各国, 威震四方, 连强大的秦国也对此有所忌惮. Okay, so there's no elegant way to translate the like 一文一武一将一相. So 一文一武 would be like one was literary and one was military. 一将一相 would be like one is a general and one is a whatever. It's like a scholarly title, right? One is a general, one is a scholar. 名闻各国, so they were famous across the nations. 威震, how would you translate 威震? Would it be like intimidating? 威震. Oh, to inspire awe. Awe-inspiring. 四方 is like in all directions. So, but it literally translates to all four directions. It functions more as like a everywhere kind of word. 连强大的秦国也对此有所忌惮. 忌惮. 忌惮. No, 忌惮. Dread. Okay, so this translates that I already did all this part. So then they were awe-inspiring to everybody around, and even the very powerful Qing nation was like afraid of them. 首相 like prime minister. Oh, we still use that 相. I see. Cool. Wizard and warrior. Yeah. One brain, one brawn. I like that a lot, Akui. One himbo, one nerd. Okay. 蔺相如原来只是赵王的一个内侍长 妙贤的家臣。内侍长。What do these words mean? 赵王的一个内侍 is 内侍 the how does this break down? How would you even be expected to figure this out if you didn't have 内侍长? No? Okay, it's time to just put the words in and see what happens. 内侍我连字都找不到。这里内侍内侍 like internal servant? Yeah, 侍 is like to wait upon or serve, so I guess 内侍 is like internal servant. And then 长, what is the 长 doing there? Is 妙贤. It's not even in the dictionary. Meow.我手写吧。找到了，这里。啊？妙。Is it a name? 妙贤 is a guy? How are you supposed to know any of that? How are you supposed to know when it's a name and when it's a word? Why are there so many names? Oh, my brain hurts. Oh man. A guy. 长 is 长官. Oh. So he's like the would 内侍长 be like what's the word chief of staff? 内侍长 is like chief of staff. Yeah, I gotta make a counter for every time a word is actually just some guy's name. Honestly, when are we not in a warring period? Well said. How do I know if it's a name or a word? How do you know that shit? How do you know? What's the difference? Ah! Okay. So then, chief of staff? I'm just gonna go ahead and translate it that way. If it doesn't make sense, it's a name. Okay, here's the problem, is there are a lot of words here that also don't make sense to me. And sometimes they're not names, sometimes they're just words. So it doesn't work! Okay. The fuck is 家臣, man? 臣 is still official, so is 家臣like home official? What does that even mean? Counselor? Okay. 地位低下. Okay, so not of a high position. So this sentence translates as 蔺相如, who is the we'll call 蔺相如the nerd, and 廉颇 is the himbo. Okay, this is the nerd and the himbo. The nerd and the jock, I should say. The nerd and the jock. So the nerd used to be the ruler's like internal chief of staff for like internal servant stuff, of like some guys. He was like some guy's counselor's head of household for the servants, is like my interpretation of it. So he's like the head of domestic affairs. Yeah, I like that. Head of domestic affairs. So like the ruler, Zhao Wang, the Zhao ruler, had a counselor, by the name of Miao Xian. Miao Xian, his like head of domestic affairs, was the nerd, Li Xiangru. So he's like several positions removed from steward is good. Steward is good. Steward. Yeah, he was like a little guy. Karina, thanks for the follow. Welcome. So basically like his position was very low. 地位低下。因为在完璧归赵和免实惠这两事情上立了大功，被赵王破格提拔为相国。Oh, okay. So there were two incidents. One was called 完璧归赵, and the other was called 免实惠. We don't really know what these mean yet, but I guess they were like two incidents that happened. And it made the emperor like notice him and make him the lead nerd of the nation. 完璧归赵 is another 成语。哎呀，成语里面还有成语，我真是服啦！完璧归赵什么意思呢？ So, Karina, welcome to chat. Good to have you. 完璧归赵，搜一下哦。完璧归赵。To return the jade intact to the state of Zhao. So, return something to the owner. I'm just going to write return the jade intact. Evidently, it is a Chinese idiom that means just returning something to the owner, like, in perfect condition. It's a recursive 成语 stop. What's the base case? This is an infinite recursion. Oh, we're gonna stretch. You're so right, Carmel. We're gonna stretch before I like lose brain cells. Nerd of the nation rolls off the tongue well. You're right, Akui. I'm so tired. I don't want to study anymore. Where's my Asian mother to bring me cut fruit to encourage me and then slap me at the top of my head because she catches me not studying, huh? Where's the Asian mother discipline when you need it? I don't got it in me. I don't want to study anymore. Oh, I'm so tired. 我不要. Oh, I don't want to study anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the reason why. 怎么又在偷懒了？学习是的，就这个意思吗？ Thank you for the cheer, Ying. Game Ying? Yeah. Suddenly we switched to games because I can't study anymore. Okay. 步步向上. Just sing an end of Act 1 song and get your fire back. Wait, what? What do you mean end of Act 1? Oh, like from Epic? Oh, I'm so tired. Well, how far did we get? Where were we? Okay, and then there's 免实惠. 免实惠也稍微搜一搜吧，我不知道他们会不会 I don't know if they're gonna like actually tell the story of any of these. 免实惠. I mean, okay, it's a place, and I guess 会 is like a meeting. So, it's a famous meeting, again. So like a password decoding type of activity with the unknown Chinese words. I know, and then there's like puzzles within the puzzles. There's prerequisites. Have you tried reading ebooks in Pleco? Maybe not great for stream, but much easier when you can just tap on words. You can read ebooks? How do you... Like, here? Oh, graded readers? Oh. Oh my god. What? Hmm? I didn't know these existed. That's really cool. Oh, none of them are free, so I can't even try them out. But I guess they're not that expensive. Like I could buy one and see. I don't actually know what the size of my vocabulary is. I think I took one of those like estimator quizzes once and it put me at I don't even remember. I don't remember. Children's 成语故事 rules. I know, right? Children's book is funnier. Oh my god, I posted that one short about like my ADHD this thing that I use, and it's like marketed towards like 3-year-olds. And I made some offhand joke that was like, well, I guess I'm 3 years old, and then a bunch of people showed up in my comments that were like, I don't know why people are so sensitive about this. I guess it's like a trigger for them, but they were like, we get infantilized enough as ADHD people. Like, can you not add fuel to the fire of like making it worse for us? Like, as a fellow ADHD person, you should know what it's like to be infantilized by everybody. Like, we don't need to be doing friendly fire and making things worse for ourselves. And I'm like, oh bro, it's not that deep. I made a joke. They're like, it's not cool even if it's a joke. It's not funny. And I'm like, okay, like humor isn't for everyone. Leave. Anyways, I banned all those people. There was one person who was like, respectfully, I think we shouldn't be infantilizing ourselves even further. And I was like, you can stay. You're like annoying, but you can stay. People are so... This is why a lot of content creators quit, by the way, is because people like this are just really fucking annoying. Really fucking annoying. Yeah, people with ADHD are always infantilized. It is a real thing. Like, I understand their pain, but at the same time, I'm like, don't come for me. Like, I don't think I'm doing what you think I'm doing. I think, genuinely, I think you're being overly sensitive about this. Like, you can have your opinion and I'm gonna have mine, which is that I think it's fine. I think I made a little bit of a joke, and the point of a joke is to point out the counterfactual, which is that I am not obviously 3 years old. I'm obviously not mentally 3 years old. So literally, the point of me calling myself a 3-year-old is to highlight the point that I am not a 3-year-old. It does the opposite of infantilizing us, because that is the function of that kind of humor, is to highlight the counterfactual. So if you can't even pick up on that much, you need to leave my comment section. And so I've blocked most of them. Anyway, people are fucking annoying. I've just become really liberal with my bans and blocks. Like, we're not here to do this. Yeah, obviously. Anyway, yeah, so I'm like a 6-year-old because I can't even read basic Chinese. Pointing out the obvious is part of our humor. Okay, let's see. Where were we? 面试会 was like a famous meeting, and then he became the nerd-in-chief of the nation. All right. 廉颇, so this guy is the jock. 廉颇心里很不服气，认为自己的职务是战场上拼杀得来的，而蔺相如仅仅凭着一张嘴就封为相国。So this translates as like 廉颇 the jock. The jock was really like, hey bro, that's not fair. Because he believed that his own position was earned through like desperate battle, combat on the field. You know, like he's like, I killed and slaughtered and demonstrated my martial ability to get this position. But this bitch got the government like chief nerd title just by using his mouth. basically 凭着一张嘴 just by using his mouth he's like he became chief nerd. That's not fair. And so 地位竟然在自己之上 so he's like this nerd just yapped and then became like he got a title that's higher than mine. 所以他扬言只要遇到蔺相如一定会找麻烦让蔺相如难堪 so whenever he runs into Li Xiangru, he always tries to cause trouble to make the nerd look bad. TikTok audio. I've been trying for years. This nerd made it in 3 days. Yeah. Exactly. Yo, the charisma build is OP. I'm saying, okay? There's a reason I always play a bard. And then the moment I played a non-charisma, I'm playing a wisdom class right now. I'm playing a druid. Bro! What do you mean I can't talk my way out of every situation? Should I run over this nerd? Exactly, probe. In a cave with a box of scraps. What is this TikTok audio? I don't know it. Okay. 蔺相如听说这件事情后，在平时就尽量避开廉颇，不和他打照面。So the nerd heard about this, and so generally tried to avoid the jock. Didn't want to like run into him. 别人都以为蔺相如惧怕廉颇, so everybody was like, "Oh, bro's scared. The nerd is scared of the jock." 廉颇心里也很得意. And so the jock was like, "Hell yeah." This is what anime translation is like. Like I'm not to be fair, it is an accurate localization, right? Like I'm translating it, but it's not losing any of its meaning. I'm just doing it in a tone that is maybe a little bit irreverent. Tony Stark built this cave with a box of scraps. Yeah. 廉颇心里很得意 translated as the jock was like, hell yeah. I think that's a really fun translation. I really like it. Okay. The literal translation of that line would have been like, 廉颇 the jock, in his heart was very proud. So 蔺相如的手下都为他鸣不平，有名手下终于忍不住了，就问相国，我们为什么要对廉颇退让3分呢？ So all of the nerds like underlings were like 为他鸣不平 I guess they were unsettled is one way to they were like bothered by this. How else would you translate that? Let me see. 鸣 would 鸣不平 show up as like a they're like complaining that it's unfair because 不平 would be unfair, so 鸣 would be complaining of unfairness. Complaining unfair. And so one of his underlings couldn't take it anymore and asked, nerd in chief, why do we have to retreat and like cede ground to 廉颇？ 蔺相如回答，秦王那样的威势都吓不到我，你们说我会惧怕廉将军吗？ So the nerd responds, the emperor of Qing Guo, like the other nation, the emperor of the other nations, like 威势 would be like threats, the like threats from our competing ruler won't even scare me. So do you guys think I would be afraid of our own general? 不过话说回来，今天的秦国之所以害怕我们赵国，是因为我跟廉将军的团结一致啊。So then he's like, but also we have to like to be fair. Nowadays, our nation is so feared by the competing nation, 秦国. They're so afraid of us, and it's because it's me and the jock together that scares them, right? 如果我跟廉将军闹不和，那可是正中秦国下怀的呀。正中 下怀. What does that mean? Anyways, the general gist of it is if I have a falling out or like can't get along with the jock, then that would be playing into the enemy's hands. So let me look up what these words actually mean. Fuck yeah, but in Chinese, exactly. What the jock doesn't understand is the nerd is put in charge of managing because he's good at managing, and the jock is talking about fighting. It's a case of you're good at your job, so you don't get a promotion. Oh, that's rough. That kind of sucks. Yeah, it's like when the individual contributor, when the IC is too good at their job, so they never get a management role, but they want to switch into management. But they can get, that's the thing about parallel ladders though, is you just get promoted to like a higher IC position. Okay, 我想搜的是郑重 hit a target. Okay. Oh, 郑重 like 重伤. Okay. Hit a target. So it's like perfectly what 秦国 let's see what 下怀 means. 下怀 下怀 Oh, their heart's desire. So what they want. What they want. Yeah, so basically, I guess the best English translation of this phrase would be, 那可是正中秦国下怀. Yeah, would translate as, we would be giving them exactly what they want. Yeah. 正中下怀 should be one word. Oh! Oh, this was an infix. Interesting. Okay. Infix. And then this would be 这样写哦。正中下怀。好，那么一起搜一下。正中下怀。I'm guessing it translates as like giving them what they want. Just, yeah, fits their wishes exactly right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, karma, thank you. Cheers. Minty, what does dance study mean? What are you studying? Okay, we're doing good. 真到了那个时候，秦国就不怕我们了，我们赵国也会遭受侵略。What is 侵略? I'll give you the translation once I search this. Oh my god, I had some comments on my first like the first week we did this. I had someone comment, I know this is like you're studying Chinese. I'm here to practice my English. So I want to know, is there anyone else in chat who is finding this stream format helpful to like using the Chinese to learn how it translates into English, like to practice English? I'm so curious if there's like more than one person with this experience. Okay, 侵略 would be to commit aggression or invade. Okay. Invasion. Oh, I need to turn on Do Not Disturb again. Okay. I know, I thought it was so interesting. Probe is like me. Wait, Probe, are you actually learning like English translations and like, I guess, phrasings and vocabulary through this? Is that just Google Translate on your phone? No, I'm using Pleco. Pleco. It's a Chinese English dictionary. Okay, 所以这句的翻译, this sentence translates as, 真到了那个时候，秦国就不怕我们了. So this first half is when we get to that point, 秦国, the Qing nation, would not be afraid of us anymore. 我们赵国也会遭受侵略. So our nation, 赵国, our nation, would also be subject to invasion. Yeah. 现在你们明白了吧？我避开连将军，完全是以国事为重，把私人的恩怨和面子问题一概丢开。So this translates as, now you guys get it, right? I'm avoiding the jock entirely because I'm prioritizing the nation's interests. 国事。把私人, so I'm putting my personal 恩怨 my personal petty vengeances 和面子问题 yeah, I'm putting my personal pettiness and pride aside. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, my personal feuds and 面子 would be pride aside. Yeah. Okay. 这番话传到了廉颇耳中。Oh my god, these people, yeah, they gossip. 他也被蔺相如的这种待人处事的胸怀所感动，觉得自己为了一时的利益非要争个高低，实在是太不应该了。Oh, hi Sapporo. Long time no support. Let me see if I can grab her for you guys. Just a second. Hey Sapporo. She wants to be let out the door, but I'm gonna see if I can grab her. Oh no, she figured me out. She figured me out. I got her. Say hi. Sapporo, chat hasn't seen you in so long. Won't you give them like 2 seconds? 2 seconds. Okay, that's 2 seconds. She really hates being carried. Okay. Anyways. I'm glad you guys got to see Sapporo for a moment. Karma's like, hiyo! 不要放 Sapporo 归山呐! Okay. I have a new Oshi. Valid, Moldy. I wish I could cat cam her, but she does not hang out in any one spot. Like, that's not her way. Okay. Okay, I was gonna translate this line. So, when the jock heard what the nerd said about like putting our personal feuds and pride aside for the sake of the nation, he was also 待人处事. I feel like that should have like a specific translation. Let me pull it. Hold on. 待人处事. Oh, that's the wrong 事, but it's everything else is the same. I wonder why. Well, okay, let me do this. I'll split it up. 待人. So 待人 is like the way you treat people, and then 处事 should be the way you, yeah, 处事, handle affairs. So treat people and handle affairs. Teaching Chinese to cats. Hi ho. Samuus. Okay. So basically the jock was moved by the 胸怀 should have a better translation. It literally is like the feeling in your chest, but let me see if there's a better way to, yeah, like to keep in mind. I like that. To keep in mind. So basically the jock was moved by the way that the nerd like handled matters and treated people, and like the way he keeps that in mind, and then felt that for the sake of like a little bit of a win, like trying to get a win, he felt that like for the sake of getting a win, he forced 争个高低. There's like a, I know there's a really good way to translate it into English, and I can't place the phrasing. Like he had to determine I don't know if you guys can help me out. It carries the meaning of like he had to determine that somebody was superior and someone else was inferior. Like he had to establish he had to establish a hierarchy. There it is. So for the sake of like scoring a win, he like had to define a hierarchy. And the way he did that makes him feel like, or he felt like that wasn't right. Like he did wrong. Touched his big chest. He had to rate them, hot or not. Clarify the cream. He had to be an alpha. Okay, you guys are all coming in with like the cursed versions of the phrasing. Yes, set the pecking order. Saturn, I love that. I like that better than establish a hierarchy. I'm gonna write establish hierarchy first. Establish hierarchy, comma, pecking order. I'm gonna cite drops of Saturn. Okay. And he's like, damn, I was a bad boy. The jock was like, I was a bad boy. Okay. 廉颇也是一位敢做敢当的人。他脱掉上衣，背上金杖，亲自去蔺相如的府上请罪。Okay, so the jock was also a 敢做敢当。敢做敢当该怎么翻译？敢做敢当 like a fearless and genuine kind of connotation, but let me see if there's a more elegant translation. 敢做敢当。Yeah. He has the courage to take responsibility for his actions. Yeah. I'm just going to write courage to take responsibility. Okay. So the jock was courageous also and willing to take responsibility. So he took off his shirt. Allow me to repeat that. The jock took off his shirt. Sammy's is like, oh no, he's a bad boy. He took off his shirt. He picked up the cane. Yeah, bro stripped. He stripped. He grabbed a cane. And then he personally went to the nerd. The nerd's like, office, I guess, the nerd's room, to ask for请罪be like ask for, it's not asking for forgiveness, it's like asking for punishment. Yeah, like it's kind of like to apologize and then ask for punishment is kind of the implication of 请罪. But let me see if there's a more elegant. There's gotta be 请罪. Oh yeah, to admit fault and ask for punishment. Admit fault. Ask for punishment. I feel like English doesn't have an equivalent because we don't do that. Nerd and jock rivals to lovers, 10K slow burn. Exactly. I'm gonna write that. I'm gonna write that right here. EOS, and you're gonna be credited for this one. Nerd and jock rivals to lovers, 10K slow burn. The plot is getting juicy, I know. Nazami's like, please punish me, little freak. Oh, I knew Probe's judgment would be correct, that this was a fun one. Okay. 蔺相如见廉颇态度诚恳，亲自解下他背上的金杖。What actually is a 金杖? I said cane, but I feel like it could be any other. It could be a fucking. What if it's a whip? Please whip me. 金杖。 字都找不到。经照。Yeah, it is a cane. It is a cane. Like a tree? A wooden cane. It's a spiked cane? The jock is a bottom. 10K and slow burn can't both be possible. 40K minimum, you're right. Is it like a switch? Yeah. I'm just gonna write spiked cane for now. Okay. Oh, it has. Oh, that's what the jing is. So let me. Okay, jing as in jing, 刺. Is that the word? Is that 刺? Jing 刺. Thorns. 经济 经济 Can't type 济经济读错了 Oh my god, I feel like a middle schooler. Thorns. A switch for a switch? You're right. Okay. So anyway, the nerd saw the jock's like genuine attitude. So 态度诚恳 would be like genuine. Instead of attitude, there's got to be a better I'll think on it. 态度诚恳 would be, we'll just say genuine attitude for his sincerity. Yeah, his sincere. Yeah, but 态度, I still want to translate 态度 some. Okay, maybe the 态度. I like that stance is one of the translations because we can be like he was stanced up, but I think sincere bearing is a good way to put it also. So the nerd saw that the jock was sincere and personally took down the switch from the switch. He basically strapped on the spiked cane and was like, flail me, father. But anyways, the nerd was like, okay, we're gonna remove this from your body, and asked him to sit. And then 两个人坦诚相待，从此成为至交，共同保卫赵国. So the two of them had like an honest conversation, and ever since then they what is 至交? Oh, intimate. Oh, this is like best friend. Besties. So they had a heart to heart. They had a heart to heart. They became besties. And then like together they protected their nation. And so the ship sailed. Nerd said, we negotiate our kinks before engaging in them. Just like Sonic and Mario. Saw his sincerity also sounds dirty. You're so right, Samuel. It has a dirty connotation to it, doesn't it? Okay, the reflection box says, 要勇于承认自己的错误, which just says we have to bravely admit our mistakes. The nerd was not into the BDSM. I mean, the nerd might have been into the BDSM, but only after a very open conversation about their boundaries and expectations. Parasociologists, we read in fics. I guess you could call these fics. in so much as like the Bible is like Jesus fanfic, this is like China fanfic, Chinese history fanfic. Yeah, why not? Okay, 例句。哎呀，又来这样的。廉颇负荆请罪，廉颇负荆请罪的行动是值得称赞的。I mean, this is the title drop. So he it literally translates to like with the cane strapped to your back and asking for punishment. So, but the example sentence is literally just the story that they just told, which sucks. So, the example sentence of this book is so cheap. I know, they're bad sentences. Like, they weren't even really thinking. I mean, I feel like this one has really broad applications to use somewhat ironically, right? So if you, like in the same context where you would walk up to somebody and be like jokingly, I did something bad, please punish me. I think the like, I'm here to 负荆请罪 would work really well in those like semi-ironic contexts. But I think you can also use it genuinely. I don't know. I feel like any usage of this has got to carry some tones of irony. Like an exaggeration kind of vibe. For example, 我的室友最近砸坏了我的杯子。前几天砸坏我的杯子以后，来找我负荆请罪。So that would translate to like my roommate broke my glass and then came to me to like to admit fault and ask for punishment. So it's like a little bit tongue in cheek, but also like literally I did something wrong. Sorry. So yeah, is used both ironically and seriously. I get that vibe. 我的语感还算有的，还算可以啊。Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of ironic potential for this one though, which is what I like it for. Yeah. Okay. And walk up and say, "Punish me, daddy." It's not a bad translation, actually. All right. My brain is fried, so I need a break. So I'm going to end here. I know we usually do 3, but I fucking can't. These 2 took me out. But these were good. These were really, really good. So thank you for suffering with me. One more. I can't, Karma. I'm dying. I'm dying. My brain is fried. I cannot handle one more. You'll have to come next week. Me here like rage baiting. Okay. Do you guys want to choose next week's? Let's choose a fun one for the thumbnail. Hold on. Okay, what do we have? This is 刮目相看. So 刮 is, what is 擦拭? What does that mean? 擦亮眼睛. Oh, 擦亮, it's 擦 this whole time. I thought it was 擦. This was not 3 minutes. It was not, Akui. It was more like 3 hours. You did well. Thank you, Miracle. Next time we gotta make a board with, is this a word or a name? No, it's the butterfly is like, is this a name? That's me every one of these streams. Okay. 擦亮眼睛看，哎呀，好难读啊。看待别人，只用新的眼光看人。Oh, okay. So 刮目相看 is like to see someone in a new light, like to wipe your eyes and see someone in a new light. You do kind of look like the butterfly guy. Excuse me, Karma. Do this quick 3-minute adventure. Wow, it was 擦 this whole time. My Shanghainese ass thought it was 擦, because in Shanghainese we don't say 擦, we say 卡, like 擦, like I said it again, 擦, like if you were to wipe your face, it would be 卡米空 instead of like 擦脸 or 洗脸 or whatever. Moldy's like feet. 裹足不前 So 裹 is 包，阐述什么意思？好像把脚包起来。是的，不再往前走，形容停止前进。裹足不前 So to wrap your feet and not advance. I think we should do this one for the next thumbnail because I can put a foot emoji. Now hear me out. I'm right. I think we should take every opportunity to put feet in the thumbnail. I think we don't do that enough. To tie your own hands. Oh, is that what it translates as? Is this a name or an obscure government position? Exactly. Not the feet clickbait. Yeah, but I don't clickbait. Okay, so I'm like ideologically opposed to clickbait, you know? Like I don't like the idea of baiting people into clicking something. If the video is like genuinely interesting to them, I want to realistically present what the content of the video is. So unfortunately, my stuff doesn't perform very well on the algorithm as a result, but I have morals and ethics and I don't want to feed the algorithm beast. I don't care if it means things perform worse. This is the hill I will die on. However, I am not misrepresenting this idiom by showing them feet bondage. It's an accurate representation of the content, and therefore it is not clickbait. So I think we should do it. Clickbait is fine if it's stupid. Yeah, I think clickbait, if it's like a joke, is fine, right? But like if it's unserious, but I don't like, I don't know. I don't like that, the cheap feeling of it. Like it doesn't feel good. I don't like it. Even some like reaction facial expressions that people put in things feel kind of clickbaity. I've had to really like resolve that tension in my head. So the way I justify it for myself is like the facial expression that I put on the thumbnail has to be genuinely from that stream that I'm putting it on. So that's why my thumbnails are really boring until after the stream. But the 成语 thumbnails are never going to have my face on them. I don't want to. I just want to put the word there and leave it. So anyway, foot bondage. Yeah, next time on 成语茶馆, we're going to do foot bondage. You heard it here first, folks. Someone clip that for me. I'm going to use it as the teaser for our next stream. Foot wraps, let's go! Looking forward to next week, feet emoji. And I thought the last story was a little freaky. Last stream was clickbait. There was a dragon in the thumbnail, but no dragons were shown on stream. Valid criticism, EOSN. I always endeavor to receive feedback and criticism with an open heart and a malleable mind. On my way to clip, thank you. I know someone got me. I kind of want to bring back, I used to do like clip awards, like the best clip of the month or whatever. I would like gift a sub to the person, but then I stopped doing it because the winner kept being someone who was like already subbed. But I guess we could do the awards anyway, and then I would just like gift a sub in their name or something. Because I miss having clipping help. It was very helpful. Okay. Yeah, I guess we're good. Let me see if there is anyone we can raid on Twitch. Oh my god, I still have my Chinese. Oh, now the Chinese keyboard works? This fucking sucks. Oh, Carol's playing again. Oh, but there's a streamer I've recently been following a little bit. If I remember correctly, I think they are like a musician, and I don't know what pronouns they use, but in the Twitch tags they're using, it reads handsome, attractive guy, humble, great hair. Bro, it's funny. Okay, we're gonna raid. I've like been meaning to check out this guy's streams for a while. Their name is Yusong. I don't know how to pronounce that, but that's just fucking hilarious. So please go check out this handsome, attractive, humble guy with great hair. If you guys would like to join YouTube side, here's your link. And thank you for clipping it, Akui, also. All right, we're good. I think EOSN also clipped it. So I appreciate you both. Next stream is literally tomorrow. We're going to be finishing Dead Take. And then on the weekend, I haven't announced it yet, but we're going to do a collab stream. It's one of those like informational interviews that I like to do once in a while, where I have a friend who recently ran a really successful Kickstarter. They had a goal of $5,000. And not only did they fully fund the 5,000 goal, they reached $70,000 raised for their like little board game that they were making. So I was like, I need to learn from you guys. How do you run a successful Kickstarter? Like, what does it even look like? So they will be on stream with me to answer some questions about how the fuck they pulled that off. And that will be on Saturday. So I'll have that reservation up in a day or two. Okay, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, have a wonderful time of day. Thank you very much, as always, for malding with me on the not so 3-minute long 成语故事 stories. And I will see you all next stream. Bye-bye! Twitch said no to foot bondage. I'm sorry. I guess that's why Aquis just says foot. Bye, YouTube! Bye, Twitch!